I want to point out, because I love this, because most of us are in Michigan that follow us, Detroit Lions. I want to play this video of Dan Campbell, and I want to talk about it. So here we go.
You look at me like, what the why are we going live? I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you. And if I absolutely knew we could get to where we need to get without ever putting pads on, I'd do it. I swear to you. But also for us as a team to get better. Defensively, what is the essence of what we do, man? What are the two things? Pursuit and tackle. Pursuit and tackle. Man, if you don't work on tackling, if we don't work on run after catch, making a move, man, what are we doing, man? Then we finally get to week 8 and we come to life because we got enough reps. That's why I'm doing it, I swear, man. I don't want to put anybody in jeopardy, but we have to do it, man. I believe it. We're not going to do it every day. I'm going to give you an illustration tonight. Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man. That's all I think about is you guys and how I set you up for the best possible advantage I can give you to have a season. I swear to you, man. I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
Powerful, right? So let's break that down. That is a true leader. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with that speech, that wasn't this year. That was last year. Okay, that was last year during fall camp. Now, playing at the Division I level and getting a shot at the Chicago Bears, the reason a lot of these athletes don't want to hit, especially during camp, is they don't want to get injured, and they don't want to put their body in that position. And Dan Campbell came in there with a different philosophy. He's like, hey, we're going to make sure that our tackling's on point, that we're tough and we're gritty, right? And he was telling those guys that was his plan. And look, he just came off of a pretty low season, the year before. They didn't do too well. And so there was the old kind of belief system, like, here we go. It's the old Lions again. And he didn't point fingers. See, as a leader, you don't point fingers. You take accountability. You solve things, right? You be an inspiration. And unfortunately, in a lot of businesses in society, we have they're not even leaders, people that are in leadership positions that they have no right to be there because they're not following through with what they said they were going to do. See, he had a very horrible year, his first year here, and he could have pointed fingers. He could have said it's the organization, it's the athletes, it's the fans, it's our facilities. You didn't hear any of that garbage because that's what true leaders do. They find a way. They don't continue to scream from the rooftops and blame everyone else and criticize everyone else. They look at the mirror and say, okay, what do I need to do to get the most out of these athletes? What do I need to do to get the most out of this organization? Who else do we need to bring in to really inspire more? See, that's what leaders do. And he is the true definition of a leader. And you can feel his heart and his passion. And guess what? He backs up what he says. Everything that guy said on that soapbox last year, he backed up. Didn't point fingers, just produced. That is what true leaders do. And it's our job to continue to hold these people who say they're leaders accountable when they're not following through with what they're saying they're going to do. When they get elected, when they run for office, all that. That's your job. That is your job, and you have to understand that. It's not that you hate the person. It's not that you're a rhino. You hold them accountable. You truly do. You give them a shot, and if they don't back up with what they're doing, because true character is defined when times get rough and when crisis happens. It's easy to be a leader when it's all sunshine and rainbows and everything's going good, but true leadership is defined when you're put up against a wall, you're knocked to the ground, and people are holding you accountable. How are you going to react? Are you going to rise up? Or are you going to start pointing the fingers and blame everyone else? Are you going to blame your situations? You're going to blame your past? Are you going to rise up against that and inspire people to follow you and do what needs to happen for you to be in a successful organization? That is what true leaders do. And that is what we need at all levels of office. I'm talking about your townships, your school boards, the GOP, right? That organization, business organizations everywhere. But that is when true character is defined when times are tough. And that's why I will continue to do everything that I can and hold these elected officials accountable on both sides of the aisle and hold myself accountable. I'm not perfect. That's for damn sure. I am not perfect, but I do every single day try to improve myself physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. I truly do. I hold that on myself, and I look at myself in the mirror every single day before I go to bed. And I say, did I do enough to get better in those areas? Did I serve people? Did I inspire people? And then I wake up the next morning and I say, okay, what are you going to do today to get a little better in each area of those pillars? And I do. That's my daily ritual. I really, really do. And it works. It really does. And you're going to get feedback. You're going to get negative and positive feedback. You're going to get negative, and you got to take those punches. But as long as you're true to who you are and what you're trying to do, and my big thing is serving humanity, you can go to sleep every single night and put your head on that pillow and say, you know what? It was a tough day. I got through it. I got a little better, and tomorrow's a new day. And then you pop out of bed and you continue to do that. And over time, you'll have a life that you never even knew and thought was possible. Okay? So be like Dan Campbell. Go Lion.